casting time. I have a special match for you today. This is going to be a very interesting one. So, first of all, I will introduce the teams. I will refer to bottom team as Team 1 and top team as Team 2. On Team 1 side, we have UpAllNight on the pink Masari, which he's been favouring a lot recently. In the bottom right, we have Purified on the orange Novus. In the top left, we have Overlord on the green Novus, and in the top right, we have Yuno on the dark blue Masari. This is a true mirror match in every aspect except spawns. They are cross spawns. And otherwise, it's just completely even mirror match. Now, UpAllNight has devised a new format for competitive play. It's something that the players have agreed to. They were made aware of it beforehand. And it's very small rule set changes in order to balance out Novus, primarily. So, Hierarchy is banned from VisOps. The other change is that Novus can only go Tech 2 in any of its research trees. So they can go 2, 2, and 2, but they cannot have more than 2 techs in any capacity. And the reason for that is Flow 3 and Virus 3 are so overbearingly powerful that we're deeming it necessary to try this. And that's the thing we're going to do. We're going to try it. So the caveat to that is Masari is no longer allowed Dark 4. And the only reason for that is because Novus doesn't have Flow 3, they'll get stuck getting super weapon looped over and over, and it'll be impossible for them to win at that point. So that's the one downside. But this is overall a format that will make Novus more balanced for certain. People are trying it. This is the first game. This is a test game, so we don't know how this is going to go. But people have agreed to it, and that's why this is a special game. This is going to be Knight's rule set. So I want to commentate as best as possible, but I honestly can't tell you what's going to happen for the Novus players, or even the Masari players, because this is a completely new format, but I will do my best to anticipate and explain the decision-making. First of all, we have Yuno going for an early Disciple. People are starting to do this. It's very good. You get the fuel pump early, and it's really, really nice. On UpAllNight's side, he's getting a slightly later Skirmisher portal, but you probably will be getting a Disciple to come and contest this. On Overlord's side, we do have the Robotic Assembly, so he will probably be contesting the pumps as well. For Purified, we do not have any Ownbot facility, so he won't be contesting the fuel pump insofar as captures. We have a variant already making its way over, which means that we're going to see some early harassment, but Yuno already has the Machina down, going for his 4th Matter Engine as well. This is a very Mirabelle-prone base, but he might be metagaming a bit because we know Purified doesn't like to build heroes, and if he can avoid it, he will. Variant's already going to start poking. We need to see a turret come up soon, really, and we're going to see a couple of Figments come out to help fend this off, but we need a turret, because otherwise you will just get overwhelmed by Variants. Yuno's gone a bit greedy on the eco, but if there's no Mirabelle, he's not going to be punished too hard for it, most likely. On UpAllNight's side, we're seeing his Zessus Rush, as people should be expecting nowadays, and Overlord is already moving to capture the pump. So top team has an eco advantage by design here. Guardian is now being built. This is the correct response. This will deal with Variants very nicely. Zessus should be coming out in the next minute or so, and I anticipate him to come here. I expect to teleport up here, and I expect the game to probably be over. We should see a Figment stun come down here to keep the Guardian going, and it does. Need to see another Architect tasked on this, really, to heal it up. Guardian comes up, and Variants will go down. Purified is now switched to anti-matter tanks, so he's going to start massing those. We don't yet see another vehicle assembly, it's just being built now, I take it back. We have the scouting variant going into the Novus base, and they will spot out the Mirabelle as coming. UpAllNight has his little box set up, however, Mirabelle might end up going to the teammate's base. There's the big bad Zessus, and is it balance 3? Is it game over? Let's find out. UpAllNight's enjoyed underwhelming success with this strategy, but he has made it work a couple of times. He's teleported into the Nova space, and that seems like an error because Mirabelle is just going to crush the Architects immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4. Game over. Why did he teleport to the Nova space? He is going to get the flow gen, though. Is that worth it? 4 architects for a flow gen? Maybe? That might be worth it. Yuno's coming in to try and get the snipe on this Zessus. Speaking of snipe, oh, he actually dukes it, but there we go. There's the Figments, and we might see the chain stun. Because Teleport has a big wind-up, we might see the chain. No, it's just... he's just dead. That should be game over. Top team has 2 fuel pumps. They got the hero kill. Admittedly, they did lose the flow gen for Overlord, so he is going to be a bit behind in that regard, but that doesn't matter so much. Actually, UpAllNight did manage to steal away this pump. Oh, he's going to steal away this one too, but there's another Disciple in place already to contest that. We have an array of Figments coming down. Purified sat on some antimatters. And we just got a Disciple slapfest right now. Of course, Yuno is going to win that one. His Disciple is just healthier. And there's a Figment here. Stun to cancel the capture. Very good. Excellent. Overlord should be contesting this... Come on, capture it. Capture it. UpAllNight's now getting his Figments into play. And I don't know what the builds are going to be for the Masari players. I anticipate Dark 2 Balance 4, honestly. Although Overlord... Not Overlord. Yuno could probably skip the Balance now and go for Light mode, honestly. Go for Light 4 or something. Dunno. I think that's Balance 4 already for UpAllNight. I think that's the animation for Balance 4, so he is actually quite rich. We see a ping from Yuno alerting his teammate of all these antimatters and all. We need to see Light mode mines come down to chip this down. We need to see some turrets, we need to see some Light mode mines. Light mode mines do significant damage to antimatter tanks. They do about 15% each, I want to say. Give or take. Maybe 20 if they sit inside for the full duration. And this could kill off Yuno. This could genuinely kill off Yuno. Overlord captured the fuel pump, and he is now contesting UpAllNight stuff with own bots. Oh, the building got killed instantly because of the projectiles. However, I'm going to focus on the right-hand side here because of this swarm of antimatters. We need to see a bunch of stuns come down now because he didn't chip them down, so he needs to delay them. But he didn't. Yuno, he missed them. Does he have his Oracle? He doesn't have a mini-map. There come the Guardians, but it's too little too late. They are not up. And we should see a Vent Core come down right here, take out the Guardians, take out the Architects, hit the Machina, and that'll be a severe blow to Yuno. There's the Vent Core, and boom! Everything dead. Oh, the Guardian survives though, that's impressive. It's smaller, so it takes less of the explosions. Okay, Figments are coming in. We're seeing a lot of shots coming in from these antimatters. And I think Purified might just need to sell all of these. I don't think there's anything more to be done. Nice Rocket Barrage in conjunction with his teammate's Figment Stun. And there's his own antimatter tanks coming in to lend some token assistance. More Figment Stuns coming down, and I think Purified should just sell all of these right now. Overlord has good money. Yuno has good money, so he can recover from this quite easily. Another Vent Core, and that's a lot of damage. Architect goes down, some chip damage being dotted around, so we're going to have to see Architect repairs spread out a bit rather than optimizing production. But ultimately, this assault will not finish the game. We have a little outpost from Purified here, really nice, getting a bit of eco harvested from the center. And this fight is over. These antimatter tanks will go down, Overlord lending help to his teammate nicely. Meanwhile, UpAllNight has a lot of Figments in Overlord's base, trying to take out Constructors, presumably. Something that UpAllNight likes doing as Masari against Novas, take out those Constructors, and it is effective. However, Overlord has expanded to the east, so that he's near his teammate. However, there will be no Flow 3 available in this game. Oh, these antimatters aren't dead, but Overlord has to go and help himself out. He has to go and defend his own base, so this makes perfect sense. Antimatter tanks don't out-DPS this. They should be hitting Architects instead, really. Guardian coming up to deal with them, and Avengers taking token shots for what it's worth. The dark mode, so it doesn't do that much. Purified continuing to establish a foothold in the center. We have this turret captured from... Oh, it's actually captured from Yuno. I love it. I love it. That might get a constructor or something later. Now we see a swarm of Figments from UpAllNight coming in for the aggro. And I think he wants to take out this pump. And this is good pressure. We have Spectrum Cycle out from Overlord now. This is absolutely the correct play. You're dealing with like 10 plus Figments, so you need to see them and you need to take them out. And do that he will. Meanwhile, we have an assault coming in from Yuno. Field Inverters are in from Purified, and these Conquerors are not going to get too much done. It's an okay assault, but Purified was ready. And meanwhile, he's just peacefully harvesting away at the center. Oh, what's happened here? Is that a blackout bomb? I apologize, I can't see what's going on here. I wish I could tell you, but it just seems to be bugged for me. Okay. We have Novus and Masari skirmishing over this side. Overlord is the first one to get a super weapon down, and it is the EMP. Excellent Figment stun from Knight. That's really nice. That stuns a lot of net worth of units. Misses a chain stun, but that's fine. And he's going to get some good damage in here. I kind of want to see a light mode switch, just to get some more burn damage in. Overlord is retreating with his Mirabelle, a bit scared of more Figments, but she can sit back and be a snipe bot. And right now, it seems like Overlord is going to overwhelm UpAllNight. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, Purified is just massing an army and doing little else. Yuno is trying to tech up. He is at tech 3, so we might see Peacebringers come out soon. And this is a big army, but he actually banks eastward. Interesting. And it looks like UpAllNight hasn't intercepted this. I'm so sorry, I have no idea what this is. This just happens sometimes. It's really oddly specific. It's bigger than a blackout bomb. That's so weird. What is that? I don't know. I'll just have to assume there's something here. I don't know what, though. Okay, laser turret definitely did some damage there. Don't know if it got any kills, but it definitely did a bit of damage. Must have killed something, surely. Doesn't look like it, actually. Skirmish going down over here. Overlord finds Purified's little expansion. And Vent Core does well against redirection turrets. Now, redirection turret... Oh, he took out the flow. And Purified, excellent play, sells it off, cuts his losses. That expansion paid for itself for sure. Altea comes out, so we know it's Dark 2 from UpAllNight. And Altea does quite nicely against this spread damage, but you do need to be careful with her because Vent Core can just kill her. On the right-hand side, Overlord's coming in with a sizable force on Purified's base. There is stuff to defend. Snipe goes down. Oh, the redirection turret! Overlord forgot. You can't snipe into a redirection turret. It will just redirect your shit and it will ruin you. Big Vent Core, that might take out Vehicle Assembly. Nearly. With the follow-up it will. And Yuno's even here with some token Conquerors. And we should see a light switch here, really, to destroy this little outpost. Light Figment Mines come down from UpAllNight. That's really smart. That's a lot of damage. Really nice spread damage. And the Field Inverters will clean this up. The Flow Gen was taken down. And we should probably see Yuno focusing down this Vehicle Assembly, honestly. You're not getting this Command Core. You're just not. You might as well finish off something and guarantee that you've hit production. So this fight is over. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have Purified making an assault on Overlord's base. There is Mirabelle in position to support, and UpAllNight also has some stuff, so it's a counter-assault. Yuno needs to get support in immediately, and he's got it. Peacebringers are already on the scene, and they will munch through this stuff. There's more Figments coming in from UpAllNight to bring support, but the Peacebringers are out and powerful. They won't be Dark 4, so they won't be as absurd. Now, first EMP is up and ready for Overlord any second now, and we might see it used, but I don't think so, really. Oh, this pump was never taken out. It's still there. Top team just has so much extra money from these pumps. Yuno has 750 money. Why isn't he making a super weapon? I mean, super weapon is worse now, I guess, without Dark 4, but it's still okay. I mean, it's not great, so maybe it's just better to pump more Peace Bringers. Okay, this assault will be fended off. And UpAllNight might have transitioned into full-on light mode. This might be Flight Machina here. He is Tech 3 as well now, so he can start bringing out the high-tier units. Finally, he's hitting the pump. Finally, thank you. He might get this with the Avenger. No, the burn will get it. Maybe not. Oh, it's going to be close. No, it gets it. Hydraulic pumps don't have much health at all. A small little force of Peace Bringers take in this little valley. This is pathable now. This is my little modded version, so you can path through the center. And... oh, this is nice from UpAllNight. He brings in his Altea to repair his teammate's stuff. Altea heals 3 plus 1.4% of anything's max health, including buildings and units. So he's just helped his teammate repair his stuff without wasting constructor time and resources, because repairing does take a non-zero amount of money. And Novus has to actually move. I like this change. Novus has to move. Look at this. They have to actually obey the rules of the game. It's insane. Now this is a big assault of peace. Oh, this is pathable. Whoops. This is not supposed to be pathable. That's my bad. You can just walk over that. That's funny as fuck. What do field inverters look like? Yeah, okay, my bad. Right, big Peacebringer assault coming in. This could end the game. Oh, EMP. Brilliant EMP. Overlord just supporting his teammate there. Rocket barrage comes down. Field inverters take the big hit. Another snipe for good measure. Pop. Peacebringer start to devastate the amplifiers and the field inverters, and that's an army dead. Now, UpAllNight has his own Peacebringers coming in. Yuno has 1,000 money. He should be building a super weapon with that much money. Bubbles come out. They're not reflect shields, but they will buy time. And amplifiers doing decent damage. Mirabelle's in the thick of it. I don't know what she's planning to do. I think that's a pathing mistake, maybe. And this is just an overwhelming army coming in. Jesus. Purified is building in his teammate's base, but if you get cornered on this map, you're doomed. Nice EMP. Staves off the assault for a little while. Buys time for his teammate to come in. Oh, but there's these field inverters here just chipping away at these Peacebringers. It's significant damage. Altea's here with a healing aura. She heals a lot. 3 plus 1.4%. Peacebringers have 1,000 health, so she heals 17 a second. Unmake to get some money and deals a lot of damage, 40 a second. But there's just too much stuff and it's too spread out. And I assume the call is going to be punch this woman. Yep. Punch the woman, beat her up, get the queen out of here. Now it's kind of hard for Peacebringers to navigate all of this garbage in the way, so they are getting kind of caught on the buildings and the units, so Altea does escape. Black Hole comes out for Overlord, and I think we're going to see a concede soon. This is just a massacre. It's just a big old army charging at each other fight. And I think the Black Hole will decide the game, honestly. The Gravity Bomb will just devastate this. Knight does have his super weapon, and Yuno does not have his. He's actually overcapping on money now. But, yeah, there's the forfeit. It was a rough start. The initial Zessus jump didn't work out, and top team had fuel pumps for more of the game. Although Purified had more money than Overlord, interesting. But just the economy was there in the early plays as well. See what the players have to say. GG.
GG.
Seemed like a tough start for you UpAllNight, and I think that's snowballed.
A little bit,
yeah. I'd say probably so.
I'm not sure why you teleported on the Nova space. What was your thought process?
Thought it was Masari based.
Wait, what?
Okay, that's a big oops. That explains
Pretty
that.
much. Mm-hmm.
If you teleport on Yuno's base, that would have been pretty close.
A little bit, yeah.
He wasn't as prepared.
No, I don't think he would be.
It wouldn't have
But my
ended
tech
the
was
game.
a little slow anyway. That's fine.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't communicate at all what I was gonna do with Purified, so he didn't know to leave a unit hiding behind their base anymore, giving me line of sight.
Ah,
So it's like
I think. Didn't I have a scout there still? There's still a few
Yeah,
variants that were
variant.
You
alive.
had a
for a
variant
while.
inside of Overlord's base, but you didn't have a variant inside of Yuno's base. It was outside the base.
Well, that's
Which is
because
not good.
That's because Yuno was able to push it back with my support.
A little bit.
Well, on to
Yeah, I
game
think it
2
was
then.
Guardian they built to push it back.
Oh, before I cut off this game, what do we think of the rule changes? Did people like it? Did it feel good?
I
Um,
don't
don't
know.
feel that
I
much
was-
different.
needs more experimentation.
Right.
Hard to say.
More
Bit soon.
experimentation would probably be
There's
good.
one point at which I kind of wanted to get to Knight's base faster, but that was not an option.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought that
Yeah,
that
it-
massive AM wave was going to come for him, because he would have been totally screwed to it, so I moved my army over
Well,
there.
guess
I
you
think
could
I
say
would've
it's
been
definitely
said anyway.
so
It-
much. It would have benefited.
Yeah, I was gonna say it definitely
so
nerfed
much.
both the Novus players, so neither one could respond quickly.
Yeah, that's
Because I had so much flow all over the map, I would have been able to.
So
move
much useless flow.
fast.
I mean, it gives vision.
Good line of sight. Yeah.
Vision is
Line of
important.
sight.
Game 2. Same rule set. And as we established, UpAllNight mistakenly teleported into Overlord's base, which is why all his stuff got crushed. So he just had a moment, and that arguably cost them the game. Once again, bottom team will be Team 1, top team will be Team 2. We have UpAllNight reprising his role as the Masari, Purified reprising his role as the Orange Novus, Overlord reprising his role as the Green Novus, and Yuno reprising his role as the Blue Masari. So I think it's identical spawns, except the map is different, and it's exactly the same mirror match on Eastern Europe this time. So, let's get started. It was interesting to see that Novus had to actually move on the map, and I think there will be an adjustment period. I do think there's going to be a period of time wherein Novus players are going to have to adjust to not being able to go across the entire map in a heartbeat, and they're going to have to start being smarter with their movement and spreading out their units more and scouting, because now they get punished the same as the other races do when they're out of position. We see normal double recycling center coming out from Overlord. We see UpAllNight probably going for his Zessa shenanigans again. We are seeing anti-Mirabelle by the looks of it. On Yuno's side, we're seeing slightly more spread out. Maybe he's metagaming again, knowing Purified is not so keen on getting his heroes. But we'll see. Purified getting the early vehicle assembly, so we're likely seeing a very similar strategy to last time. Yuno going for the 3 matter engine start, quite spread out as well. Very spread out. UpAllNight going for triple matter engine, focusing heavily on the early eco to support his early tech boom to balance 3. Overlord going triple recycling center this time. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. So he spread out his recycling centers, it's very nice. This recycling center will hoover this up quickly, this recycling center will hoover this up quickly, and this recycling center will hoover this up quickly. This is pretty much optimal recycling center placement. On Yuno's side, we're seeing no more architect boosting, which is something that Masari players have been doing a bit more, is focusing less on getting so many architects, getting a few to start, and then abandoning the boosting. I quite like it. It's something I've been doing recently, and I've come to appreciate it a bit more. Depends on the game, map, and matchup, of course. We're not seeing any vehicles coming out yet for Purified. Interesting. So, Purified has strictly inferior economy, but he is going for double vehicle assembly. Okay, interesting. UpAllNight is boosting to get his Zessus out quicker. So we're probably going to see a timing push, and this might be a double metagame from Yuno, knowing Purified doesn't like to go for Mirabelle quickly, and knowing that UpAllNight wants to do his balance 3 shenanigans. And Overlord has actually gone for the robotic assembly, so we might be seeing Blade Troopers this game. And there's nothing more to comment on right now, because we're just waiting for people to get their stuff. Early Knowledge Vault, this is going to be a Sky Sari. This will be Sky Sari. He's already getting the architects in position. He's got no vision to do his stuff with. Yuno's asking for vision on Knight. He wants to know what he's going for. It's Sky Sari, the thing you're fearing. Okay, Purified's gotten his forward recycling centers up. Overlord has a nice looking flow network already. It's good vision. And here's the army. A few variants coming out, so it's going to be the timing push in coordination with the Zessus teleport. And Mirabelle is also coming out momentarily, so an assault on the Nova space is ill-advised. No, Ownbot scouts out the variant. He scouts out several variants, so he has an idea of what's coming now. Flight Machina being built, and it's going to be a mid-ish game, early mid-game Sky Sari. Mirabelle is out, she'll easily fend off variants with little to no issue. He's saying go Knight's base, so an Ownbot is wandering its way down, and there's the Zessus teleport. Oh no, that's Yuno's own Zessus. The metagaming, oh my god, he's gonna count. He's gonna do Knight's thing to himself. Dear god, that's funny. First Inquisitor is out, variants do piss poor damage to buildings. Quite a lot for their cost, actually. For their cost, they do alright. They actually do quite well against antimatter tanks. Variants are just really good. This forward recycling center was scouted, so this Ownbot is chipping it down. There's the teleport, and there's the Mirabelle as well. No crushing coming in just yet, though. And this... Snipe on Zessus? No, on the Inquisitor. It's quite smart, actually. And here comes the Matter Engine. Oh, Zessus is... The Zessus Slapfest. Bruh. Oh my god. I can't comment this. I can't tell whose stuff is what. Oh, the Matter Engine's being healed and Yuno Zessus is... Oh my god. Meanwhile, Purified has a big army coming in, so this assault has to work out nicely. Balance 3 is tearing the Flight Machina a new one, but the Architect repairs are coming in, and it's just Balance 3. No! UpAllNight doesn't have Balance 3, so Yuno is just getting rich. Look at his money! Oh my god, he's nearly capped out. Jesus. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, the base got blown. But, wait. Did both Zessus die? I think both Zessuses died. Okay. So I think I'm gonna assume both Zessuses died. Blade Troopers? No, just the casual Ownbots for vision and capturables. So this assault's coming in. This will be a pretty even fight. It's 8 versus 9. So in theory, Overlord should win this. But there is some output RNG with Vent Core, so it could go the other way. But of course, as Overlord can reinforce quicker, he should be fine. There's a few more antimatter tanks coming in. Meanwhile, at the base, the Citadel is going to go down. And that's probably game. All the repairs. But he's changed the target to the Architect. Very smart. Meanwhile, here... Yeah, this assault is not going to work out. He might get vehicle assembly for his troubles, but... The Citadel will go down, and with it, Knight's chances at winning, I imagine. He has no Architects, I believe. Has he got an Architect in his teammate's base? No. Knight's out the game. He's out the game, sells everything. Has to tip his hat off to Yuno for that. That was hilarious. And Purified is not going to do this. 0% chance. We have Sky Sari coming out for Yuno now, forcing Purified on the back foot, and it's just not going to be enough. He even just builds in this corner, which is smart. Now, Purified did do a number on Overlord's base. He did more than I expected. Sorry I missed that. I was looking at Knight getting killed. But that's fine. Yuno can just send in a bunch of Inquisitors, force Purified into the field inverters, and then he can just protect Overlord while he re-establishes himself. Overlord's not even doing that badly, to be honest. He's actually still doing alright. He's got economy, he's got 3 vehicle assemblies. Just needs to get more flow gens and he's all good to go. And the nice thing is collectors will harvest all this stuff as well, which is a nice little bonus. So, I don't know why Purified isn't forfeiting. Maybe he feels like he's done more than he has to Overlord. Dunno. Yeah, we see 3 Flight Machinas. We'll see Inquisitors churned out by the multiple. And Overlord will just stall. This is going to be a give and take now. Overlord will attack, stall Purified out, and then he'll pull back, recuperate. Yuno will attack, and they'll keep on switching and just keep Purified under pressure until he cracks. And crack he will. Blackout Bomb's coming out. I don't know if that's Purified's or not. It is Purified's. Okay. It wasn't going to happen. Even if Purified wins that fight cleanly, Yuno will just come in and clean up. That was hilarious.
And that was stupid.
it's just no communication versus communication, and then at the same time.
I mean, they didn't have communication either. I don't know if
Oh no, they're typing in chat.
They were typing, yeah. They can tell you that there was communication.
I know.
I noticed that Yuno was going to do a strat once my stuff started taking damage with the one variant I sent into his base to give all night vision, but he just executed faster and better, I guess. So
actually, I could have defended that a lot better too if I was paying attention, but no.
Did both Zessus die on the matter engine bomb?
Yeah,
died, yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I missed the actual explosion.
The thing is, I had balance 3. I don't know if he had balance 3.
Yuno definitely had balance 3.
Yuno had balance 3 before you.
Probably.
Yeah.
And Yuno was rich. Slow. He was capping on money because you're healing your stuff. He was taking so much money. That was
that's how the strat works. Really, the key thing for that strat is having line of sight in the base.
Game 3. We have another run back. Same rule set. This time on Lytham, words. Lytham, which is a modified Congo. It's exactly the same, except there's no rain. And that makes it much better, because there's less desyncs, less crashes, and it's less annoying. As per usual, bottom team is Team 1, top team is Team 2. UpAllNight on the pink Masari, Purified on the orange Novus, Overlord on the green Novus, and of course Yuno on the blue Masari. Same spawns again in terms of corners, it's just the map that's different. Let's see what happens. So, this is a map that is heavily dominated by capturables. There's laser turrets here, there's the fusion reactor here, which I expect both Masari players to go for at some point. There's a laser turret here, there's laser turrets all around here, and there's one up here. So there's a lot of capturables, which means we will be seeing a lot of infantry play, and it'll be interesting to see who gets the upper hand of that. Purified getting some early recycling centers down as per, the only way to play Novus in the early game. We see triple recycling center coming in from Overlord this time. So, once again, favoring this high economy, getting a slightly later Mirabelle, but getting much more money as a result. Very interesting. This is a nice position for the recycling center as well. There's just so many resources here. And of course, the flow network will be expanded southward and over to here, so that he can harvest more money. And on Purified's side, we have the recycling centers at the back. He's going to have to expand towards the west in order to gather his money. It's a bit bare around the edges for money. There's a little bit here, but it's really all in the center. So it's going to be about what team can control the map better with these capturables and with general positioning. Quad matter engines start coming out from UpAllNight this time, so he might not be going for balance shenanigans. Yuno has triple matter engine with maximum boosts, so UpAllNight has a slightly better economy, and Yuno has been liking this build-up, I've noticed. Just these matter engines getting the maximum eco. Oh, he's actually transitioned to boosting the Citadel, so I imagine this is Zessus coming out. And here comes the robotic assembly. Ownbots will start swarming. I expect 5 to 15. Spread them out, capture as much as possible. Purified's way ahead in that regard, though. We already see a smattering of Ownbots. There's 4 on the move, plus a constructor, presumably to get flow up and moving. Recycling center coming down, And we'll probably end up seeing even recycling centers as far as this. And Purified is just going to capture so much. First laser turret gets captured here. Second one is probably going to be captured over here from him. Overlord is going to get this one. But Purified's going to get the cream of the crop. So he sacrificed a little bit of eco. He's gone for early Blade Troopers. And he is going to get the upper hand of the early captures. UpAllNight going for the Skirmisher portal, so we're probably going to see standard Dark Masari for the most part. We are seeing more Citadel boosting. I wonder what the strategy is this time. It might be Zessus again, honestly, because I don't see DMA, so I don't expect Altea. Could be Karos, though. Machina coming out, so standard Dark Masari. Yuno has the early Guardian out. I would be honoured. We have Zessus coming in from Yuno. And we have the Knowledge Vault coming in, so I can't tell if this is going to be a Sky Sari or not. The Skirmisher portal makes me think twice, but he's not built any Disciples from it, so why have it if you're not going for the Machina? Purified actually took the Fusion Reactor, very interesting. It's not that valuable for Novus, but it did let him build the Recycling Center. Oh, okay. Mirabelle is out for Overlord. Purified is not building a hero, but he is building Blade Troopers, and he's rushed Flow 2. They should see this. They should see that he's Flow 2. They should see this Spectrum cycle and think, Blades. That's what they should be thinking. Mirabelle crushes the Ohm, and she should just Rocket Barrage this and just get rid of the Recycling Center. Look at that flow connection, that's kind of neat. This needs to be solved. Blades are now poking away at Yuno, but Matter Engines, Balance 3, this is not going to work. Sorry, Puri, you are feeding money. So rich. So rich. Flight Machina is down, though, and it is spotted. No Knowledge Vault yet for UpAllNight, so Anti-Air is going to be in short supply with this Blade Trooper strategy. Ownbots are just punching each other back and forth, and this recycling center is left basically untouched. Mirabelle was moving up to support the teammate, but the Balance 3 is just stopping any early aggression. Mode switch, which means that the Inquisitors will be coming out momentarily. Forward Matter Engine, this is nice, this will intercept anything that's coming in. And Purified did control the center, but there's not much else happening. UpAllNight is not going to have any anti-air. We need to see Disciples and Sky Guardians. Maybe they didn't see the Flight Machina. Skirmish coming in here. Oh, Blackout Bomb comes down, and Mirabelle might just be dead. There's no damage coming in, though. It's not enough. It's not enough. Inquisitors are in to support. They'll deal nicely with Blade Troopers. And Overlord is going to realise he's going to need to get his Blades, his Flow 2 out quickly and get the Spectrum cycle out so that he can see these Figments and these Blades, because he's up against double stealth. Laser Turret will help out with the Figment problem. Oh, Stun is not going to land. Mirabelle does escape, and she is safe. Forward vehicle assembly being built, Laser Turret will take out yet another Figment, and Mirabelle will easily deal with the Avengers, of course, get rid of those pesky thorns in the side. Zessus is manually running out to do things. This is very interesting. What is with this bug? This bug is aggravating. I don't know what's going on. It's Blackout Bombs causing it by the looks of it. So Purified is now going for the Flow Gen, and he is going to get it by the looks of it. Now, did Overlord prepare a backup? This thing does provide power. Oh, he's going for the Mirabelle. He dodges the Rocket Barrage. Very nice. And Mirabelle might be dead. Has he got more Blackouts, or are they on cooldown? There's a Figment coming... No, Zessus coming in. He could teleport Mirabelle into here and get her murdered. I think Mirabelle died. I missed it because I looked away to check UpAllNight's base. Yeah, I'm going to say Mirabelle died. I don't see her anywhere. So Overlord is now lost part of his base. He does have power down here, partly because of this flow gen. And he just needs to get his flow gen re-established. Now, Yuno is quite rich. And, oh my god, Overlord is floating so much money. He's floating so much money. Jesus. All the Inquisitors are getting nice damage in on these blades. Very nice damage. And this is so frustrating that I'm getting black spots on the map. What is this? I've seen it occasionally, but not this common. Anyway, skirmish coming down. Purified is attacking with antimatters, doing a nice assault, but Inquisitors will beat up antimatter tanks all day, every day. Make sure you move the Inquisitors with the antimatters if they run. That's how you get the optimal damage. We have the Spectrum Cycle on Overlords dealing with blades and pigment, so I expect Purified to stop pumping blades now. Oh no, he's still pumping them. Interesting. Okay. Antimatter's trading quite nicely, other than the fact the Inquisitors are just peppering them. And you need to move the Inquisitors down to follow them. Come on, Yuno. Now, UpAllNight has his Oracle. I don't see a Knowledge Vault. It could be in this fog that I can't see. Laser turret getting some nice chip damage and some nice kills. And Inquisitors definitely swinging the battle here. Meanwhile, UpAllNight is making a nice assault on Overlord's base, trying to prevent him from getting re-established. Meanwhile, Blade Trooper clones went in to do some damage on Yuno, but I think that still gives money. I think that still gives a lot of money, I'm not sure. I know if you abduct them, you only get 5 money per clone, but I don't know about Balance 3. And these Figments are actually dealing with Novus really well. Just picking off these Constructors after Constructor, and I don't think Overlord can rebuild. I think he's out of Constructors. If UpAllNight can keep these Constructors dead... Oh, nice teleport. Really nice teleport from UpAllNight. Excellent. Letting the matter engines hulk away at these units, make him some money, which I can't see, sadly. But kills them instantly, even brings back some Avengers, which he'll rebuild for free. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Brilliant. Excellent teleport. Now, these Constructors are out making the flow gen, and we really need to see Overlord expanding to the east and getting this captured so he can operate under the protection of the laser turret. Purified is slowly trying to chip away at this fusion reactor, but a Constructor comes in to repair it. Overlord wants this controlled. It's very interesting. Purified's harvesting from the center, so in the long game, he will have a slight edge. Another Avenger's just walking up. That should probably be remade. Conquerors are coming out. Knowledge Vault is there, so I can't tell if it's upgraded though, but we are seeing... I don't know, I imagine this is just going to be Peacebringers coming out from UpAllNight. Purified sniping the laser turret, does lose a Blade Trooper in the process. And this army of Inquisitors has not achieved much other than killing a few antimatters. Deals with the laser turret, which is very nice for sure. And I'm not sure what these variants are doing, honestly. These variants just feel like they're foddered away for very little. You know they have Inquisitors, and they'll just tear the variants a new one. They do good damage to them and can't take damage back. No collateral. UpAllNight making plays. Zessus is kind of just hanging out to the side, maybe a bit scared of the Figments of his opponent. Overlord has managed to get somewhat re-established, so he's not perma-crippled. And the Inquisitors are just... Inquisitors are doing so much, but I think Yuno is assuming that the enemy has built anti-air turrets. This laser turret has done so much, Jesus. Just Conqueror after variant, after antimatter tank, just getting so much done. And what's Purified's stuff? He has field inverters now, that's his stuff. Okay. And field inverters are the right choice, because there are Inquisitors. Inquisitors are coming in, helping out with taking out all of the stuff, getting rid of Purified's forward recycling center. Blackout bomb. Nice. Oh, but it just disappeared. Oh, but that's actually Overlord's blackout bombs. Okay. UpAllNight Zess is still just kind of chilling. Sky Guardians are now coming out, and he's making a flight machina of his own. So he's going for a later Skysari to help contest the air, but I don't think it's enough. I think it's too little too late, and I think this army will probably end the game. Field Inverters don't have the best damage modifier against Inquisitors, but they hit hard and they pierce. But we have no bubbles. We need to see bubbles, and oh my god, it's Blackout Wars. It's Blackout Wars, I can't tell you what's happening, I can't see shit. Inquisitors are of course peppering everything. Antimatters are in, but no Vent Core, because they can't be microed. Okay, now they're out, and we should see a big Vent Core come down soon, probably right here. And boom, okay, there's the Vent Core. Oof. Didn't really hit that much, but took out a few units, I suppose. And what are these Inquisitors doing? Oh, they saw the Zessus. Oh, and he's staying right on top of Zessus. Gets teleported into the base with it? No. I'm not sure what those Inquisitors are doing. This base will not fall to Inquisitors, though. There's 1, 2, 3, at least 4 Sky Guardians, maybe even more that I can't see. And Overlord is going to clean up Purified's base handily. UpAllNight has an Inquisitor in place to help out his teammate, but I feel like it's too little too late. Meanwhile, on the western side, he's going for the Matter Engine. Oh, he might get it, he might get it. That's going to hurt. There goes the base, and that's game. That's game. Both bases are in shambles. RIP. And that was just a well-timed, coordinated assault from Overlord and Yuno. That was excellent.
Probably should have gone for Peace Springs instead.
GG.
I mean, I could have, but I saw the Skysari and we didn't have an answer. I think going Dervish and AM Tank spam was the way. Because Dervish deal with Skysari, and AM Tanks can hold their own against other AM Tanks better than Field Inverters. Even if they get...
let's see Dervishes do anything against Skysari.
Overlord to one said, I think units still do orders even when Blackout bombed.
If you command them before the bomb goes down.
Yeah.
They definitely did not. They literally just stopped there and stood there for like a full 2 seconds.
The bomb went off.
So while you heard the sound, I guess.
Yeah, there's
I didn't even see them starting to do their animation or anything. They just got blacked out, and it's just what it looked like.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate Nova's mirrors. They're AIDS. It's just... you can't escape it. It's like just mass anti-matter tanks or mass blade troopers or mass field inverters or reflect shields, flow shenanigans. Like, I don't know. Like, no matter how much stuff you get cut away from it, it just ends up being a feels bad man matchup.
No,
it's just mass AM tanks and win. It's so frustrating.
I was talking about that. It's like you can. What was that saying, Bogey? Where you keep cutting things and it's not enough and it snowballs.
Yeah, basically.
Also, you know, air up.
It's I forget what it's called, but there's a word for it. But it's basically next bad thing situation where
you're never satisfied.
Yeah,
there's always something.
There's a thing in Marvel 3 where people want to ban the god tiers, but they don't
realise
realise that the next tier down will be just as oppressive, if not more so.
Stasis saved a lot of your buildings, lol.
That's what's
Overlord to one said, it did.